Sebastian Aho is kind of all I need to say because tonight he single-handedly beats the Chicago Blackhawks with just his goals alone. Granted, one of them was an empty netter, but other than that, that's he really kind of second period onward. He kind of took a team that had an amazing game on his back, and I think this game is partially another example. It's the second time this season where Aho kind of willed his team to a win, though I won't say just that because I think every player played particularly well this game. A few standouts are, of course, Teravainen and Svechnikov. I think Teravainen, we missed him greatly because even though we've been winning a lot of games, for whatever reason, Teravainen reuniting with Svechnikov and Aho has really kind of jump started their offensive ability, which is great to see. There's not much I can say other than, like that. Nothing showcases the importance more with Teravainen than the fact that Aho and Svechnikov are getting their 5-on-5 game going with him back in the lineup. And, that's, I think, the fact that our two biggest prospects are needing him to get going really shows his leadership ability and everything going on. And, I don't think they give out temporary alternates, but if I think Teravainen should actually be the alternate until Jordan Martinook comes back, even if it is kind of unofficial or something. But, that's just kind of how I see it because of how much just him being there boosts those two players. Dougie Hamilton played an amazing game as well this game. He was making good defensive plays along with the usual plays himself. If Dougie Hamilton can play this consistently every game in terms of his ability to stop people from scoring, I could see the argument that he's a better defenseman than Jacob Slavin. I don't think he is. That's just my opinion. I think Jacob Slavin is just the best shutdown defenseman in the league. But Dougie Hamilton, just when you add his offensive game, if he plays as solid defensively as he has been tonight, you could make the argument, but I would still disagree with it, although I am incredibly biased towards Jacob Slavin. And Jake Bean, he got an assist tonight. He was a particular standout to me in terms of playing really well. I think Jake Bean is really coming along, and I'm not sure that if this season at the start he was an NHL defenseman. He definitely is now. Whether it's top 4 or top 6, he's a solid defenseman now, and I think he's improved a lot over the course of the season, which showcases the coaching. I think Jordan Staal played decent. Vincent Trocheck played pretty well. Jesper Fast coming back from injury, that is great to see, and Jesper Fast played incredibly well. I think he either got an assist or drew a power play. I think he might have drawn a couple power plays tonight, but Jesper Fast came back with a vengeance tonight, didn't get a goal. Hopefully we see him score soon, but he did block the shot that led to the hat trick, so props to him for that. And I'm trying to think, is there anyone else who I noticed played particularly above their game? But to me, those were the stands out this game. I think Nedeljkovic played well. He just what Nedeljkovic does this season is play well. And it's no secret. Throw in the hats. Sebastian Aho is Hurricane of the game. He got a hat trick. His goal and it's not even just that he got a hat trick. His empty net goal, he outskated Patrick Kane. And Patrick Kane, I know, isn't the most well-known for his defensive prowess, but, Patrick Kane was fighting to stop Aho from scoring there, and Aho was like, no, I'm getting a hat trick tonight. So, and then all the other goals were working hard. He was making unselfish plays, he had some amazing forechecks this game. That I don't think any amazing forechecks by him resulted in a goal, but it's he was just also the hardest working player on the ice this game, which is why he got those 3 goals. So it's not just that he was scoring goals. It's just he just all around was the hardest worker on the ice. He was the best player this game. So he gets Hurricane of the game to me. And, there's not enough to, the only thing I don't like is this is something Carolina, again, like I said, has to work on. There was a whole running gag in the beginning of the season, and they've gotten a lot better at it. Chicago should not have been back in this game to where they pulled the goalie. It worked out because Aho got a hat trick, so, hey, great. but they shouldn't have gotten those 2 goals. The first one, I don't remember the first one well enough. It's blending together with Hakanpää. But the second one, he can't get beat wide. I mean, Brady Shea, I was also going to point out for playing a particularly well game, and then he made that mistake. And he still, in general, played a really good game, but the fact that he got beat wide, and it was Kirby Dach. Kirby Dach is a great player. He can't get beat wide like that. I mean, that for a defenseman, that's not really acceptable to me, but he still played a good game everywhere else. I think that's the only mistake he made maybe all game, because Carolina just played a really good game, and the only couple of times they slipped up was when they scored, and then they were right back to being the better team. So even when it was 2, it was clear Carolina was going to win this game. I think we also got into penalty trouble a little bit too much this game, even though we did get power plays. But I mean, Aho's penalty was a good penalty because it was a short breakaway there, so you'd want to take that penalty. But a couple of them, I felt like you can't really be giving up penalties when a team kind of has momentum for scoring 2 goals. But the penalty kill comes through. Carolina special teams has consistently been a big bonus for everyone. So yeah, those are my thoughts on the game. Now it's time for the nightly President's Trophy watch that I will be doing because I want Carolina to win something they've never won before. So good news is Carolina has increased their lead over Vegas, but now the Florida Panthers are behind them, but Carolina has 2 games at hand. So Carolina is basically, I would say, 3 games ahead. Cause no, they're 2 games ahead in baseball terms because a half a game for the game at hand and then 2 for the. So Carolina is 2 points ahead for is 2 games ahead for the 2 halves and a. All right, I'm going to stop using baseball terms. They're 2 points ahead with 2 games at hand for the President's Trophy. Vegas still has a game at hand over Carolina. However, they're 3 points ahead of them. They're two games ahead of Tampa Bay with all games at hand. 5 points ahead of Toronto. 6 points ahead of Washington. By the way, fuck Tom Wilson. Second time this season. Like, what the fuck is wrong with you? Who does that? Like, grabbing some. Jesus Christ. All right, that could be a video for. I might. If I have time, because I have work tomorrow and the Hurricanes play tomorrow, I may talk about that Wilson incident because that was fucking ridiculous. Pittsburgh, Pittsburgh. I would say Pittsburgh down. Colorado has 3 games at hand, but they're 7 points behind, so Colorado could theoretically come back, but at this point in the season, I think Colorado's out of it. So basically, Pittsburgh down, we don't have to worry about. We have to worry about Washington, Toronto, Tampa Bay, Vegas, Florida, and and I think Carolina has now placed themselves as the front runner for the President's Trophy, which that's amazing, honestly. I mean, you want the cup more. So obviously, you win the President's Trophy, that's a nice feather in the cap, that's a banner that gets to go up in the rafters, but I would take like a 1 Stanley Cup over 10 President's Trophies. So, like, as much as I'm watching the President's Trophy and I want Carolina to win that President's Trophy, you still want the Stanley Cup. So, anyway, those are my thoughts on the video. If you guys like the content I'm producing on the channel, don't forget to hit like and subscribe. If you guys want to get notified when I do upload, although I'm getting more consistent, don't forget to click the bell. If you guys want to help build kind of a YouTube community for Canes fans, we have to rely on a lot of other people to connect. I'm trying to build a community for us. Don't forget to share the video. And what's the last one? Yeah, I'll see you guys tomorrow. I forgot it, but yeah. But I'll see you guys tomorrow.